Welcome to Kilowatt, a show about nuts that give you gas.
I don't need nuts, they give me gas.
Well, summer's coming to an end, and I realized with terror that I haven't even had one single delicious ice cream all season long.
Ice cream's so good. Ice cream's so good. Ice cream's so good.
So today is the day. Finally gonna get some ice cream, but not any kind of flavor. No. We're talking cheap mid-90s slasher film flavor with a sprinkle of terrible acting on top.
Really? You're kidding me.
That's right, everyone. It's The Ice Cream Man, released in 1995. I really knew nothing about this before watching it, and it turned out to be quite the experience. A mix of cringe, awkwardness, confusion, despair, and occasionally hunger as well. Yeah, this was a wild ride, and you know what? I'm taking you with me. We're all gonna ride. So without further ado, let's watch Ice Cream Man and determine whether it's a sweet treat or if it tastes like spoiled milk. Oh, it's a nice sunny day in this quiet neighborhood where the ice cream man is spreading joy and diabetes to little children with his delicious ice cream. But then, all of a sudden, he gets shot by the mafia, I think? Did I miss something? Because this is never mentioned again. Standing in this man's blood is little Gregory, who really could not give less of a shit that somebody just got shot by machine guns in front of him. He's just sad that he won't get his ice cream anymore.
Who's gonna bring me ice cream, Mommy?
This is kinda like the Halloween opening scene, except instead of killing his older sister, the kid turned evil because the ice cream guy was shot by gangsters in the neighborhood. I still don't know why. What I'm trying to say is that both movies are equally just as good.
Totally.
Anyhow, it's the present day now, and little Gregory grew up to become a hideous monster. He became Clint Howard. Poor little boy. Now, sure, as a child he suffered a severely traumatizing experience, but honestly, he took it like a champ. He looks perfectly fine. Okay, never mind.
I didn't say please.
This is when we meet the main characters of this movie, which are just the worst kid actors I've ever seen in my life. So there's Johnny, there's Heather, and there's this fat kid Tuna, which is a weird name.
What kind of name is that? Tuna.
So, yet another confusing, stupid idea they had for this movie is that they cast a skinny kid to play a fat kid and they stuffed them up with pillows for some fucking reason, and they don't even try to hide it. Now, here's the thing about Ice Cream Man. Maybe this could have been a pretty good movie had they just focused on the group of kids, you know, bonding and working together as a group to defeat the evil psycho Ice Cream Man, It style.
Exactly.
But the screenwriters, who were apparently on crack, decided to add a bunch of characters that not only add nothing to the plot of the film, but they're also so fucking weird and awkward. In fact, that is just how I would describe Ice Cream Man in general. Weird and fucking awkward. Tuna's dad is a businessman. Hey, it's the guy from the werewolf movie. And he's cheating on his wife. And then we get uncomfortably close shots of his mouth. This subplot doesn't go anywhere. Heather's dad is a priest played by David Warner. Hey, it's the guy from the Ghostface movie. And this man has a wife who we only see once in this movie. And I can't explain what this is. You just have to see it for yourself. Oh hey, what the fuck am I watching? This, of course, once more, never comes back in the movie. Otherwise, there's these cop characters that are completely stupid and useless. We'll come back to them. But the cream of the crop, the most insane thing about this movie, is casting Olivia Hussey as a crazy stupid old lady who's the caretaker of Gregory, the ice cream man.
Who's there?
Hey, it's the lady from the Christmas movie. Again, I'm running out of ways to say this. She has nothing to do with the plot. She's looking for her missing dog that the ice cream man killed.
I'm the one with the missing dog.
And then we barely see her for the whole movie. And then at the very end, she shows up again asking for her goddamn dog again.
Did you find my my dog.
Shut up. So the actual plot of Ice Cream Man kicks in when two kids go missing. This little fella at first, and then Kevin McAllister. So the group of kids grow suspicious that this horrifying, disgusting man known as Clint Howard might just be responsible for that.
You little turds are gonna have to learn you can't run from the ice cream man!
Which is when the useless cops show up with a mandate to search the ice cream factory for any clues. Now, I'm no expert in this kind of thing, but I would imagine that the typical procedure would be to look for clues, search for fingerprints, or clothes, or whatever that could help them find the missing kid. But no, here's what they do. They destroy the whole place with axes. They just break everything. Again, no expert, but isn't it kind of more difficult to find evidence if there's broken glass and debris everywhere because you just tore the place apart? Even stupider, turns out Macaulay Culkin actually was trapped in that ice cream factory. So you're telling me they searched every nook and cranny, they destroyed the whole place with their axes, and they couldn't find this frail little wooden door? Even more stupid, how come this kid didn't cry for help? Don't tell me he didn't hear them. They were trashing the place like it's a drunken bar fight. How about, hey, I'm here, help me, I was kidnapped. Okay, moving on. Now the kids have a plan to stop the crazy ice cream man. That's right, they're gonna catch him on film doing his creamy crimes, and then they're gonna show the evidence to the police. It's like a Goosebumps episode. It looks like it also had the same budget as one.
Get down.
Yeah, that's how hiding works, I'm pretty sure. You guys are pretty much invisible. Shit, let's hide.
Get down.
So they follow the ice cream man, and literally the next scene, Johnny and Heather are like, oh hey, we lost Tuna. Don't know where he is. Let's split up.
I lost track of Tuna. We better get back. You go.
What? Did I miss something? Last time we saw him, he was right next to you. I don't know what's going on. But anyways, Heather successfully takes the very incriminating pictures of the ice cream truck, and guess where that leads? Say it with me. Nowhere. It leads nowhere. Yeah, it turns out the camera belonged to Johnny's brother.
What the hell are you doing with my camera?
So he takes it back, develops the film. There's pictures of his sex night with his girlfriend. And then they finally see the pictures of the ice cream truck filled with blood. So the girlfriend screams a little. And that's the last we ever hear of these pictures, meaning the last 20 minutes of this movie were completely useless. Now don't forget this is a slasher movie, so the ice cream man kills Tuna's dad, as well as his side hoe. He was having an affair with her. Yeah, I don't care. It does give us the best kill of the movie though. That's fun. And then he stabs the lady, but we don't see anything. We just get a shot of some fake blood squirt in Clint Howard's eyeball. Yuck! Get that out of there! Hey, we're keeping the tradition of having scenes that are both pointless and very awkward. We've arrived at the asylum scene with the cops. So basically, they learn that following his trauma with the ice cream man's murder, Gregory was treated at this mental facility, so they pay it a visit to find some clues. At first I thought, hey, maybe this could bring some fun backstory to this character. We could learn about him. Maybe the scene will move the investigation forward. You know, a scene that would make sense. But no. Turns out everyone there, including the doctors and the nurses, they're all completely insane. The patients are walking freely in the building, so the cops are like, okay, let's just leave. And that's what they do. They leave the place. For about 15 minutes. This is like a very bad Halloween Horror Night attraction, except here the actors are even worse. And I'm telling you, man, this scene just does not want to end. Like, what was that? Look, I know crack and LSD were probably involved here, but still, this is something else. And honestly, this whole scene just brings up more questions. Why is everybody crazy, including the doctors? Have they always been like that? If so, how did this facility get made? Who was in charge of that? And who decided to put Gregory there if everyone, including the staff, was batshit crazy? Did they become crazy over time? If so, how did their business stay open? Who paid the electricity bill? What does any of this mean? Anyways, remember Johnny's brother and his girlfriend?
Tuna!
Tuna! Yeah, they also die. One of them off screen, and the other with, I don't know, an ice cream instrument of some sort.
That's what I call brain freeze.
You tried. Hey, the movie's pretty fun now.
This is gonna be fun.
We get headless corpses, some surprisingly fun puppet work.
Don't you know there's a curfew?
You know, I'm almost enjoying this right now, but then I remember that this whole thing was a fucking nightmare. Alright, well, this was fun and all, but this has to end at one point, and it does right now, when the ice cream man is thrown in his own ice cream mixer. Now, you'd think the death of your villain would be somewhat memorable, but no. This shot is all you get. Yeah. We're running out of money, damn it. Oh, and I forgot, but they have the audacity to end the film with a cliffhanger. It looks like Macaulay Culkin has Stockholm Syndrome, and he's a crazy weirdo now. Yeah, the kills kinda sucked. Either they're off-screen, or the special effects are mediocre at best. That ice cream head, though, that was really fun. I wish they did more silly stuff like that. Like, that scene alone, I really enjoyed. But overall, despite a couple frames of fake blood, this felt very TV movie, like the It miniseries. You got awkward fades to black, you got a lot of off-screen violence, and it just looks cheap. Overall, I'm really not that impressed with the Ice Cream Man's body count, and I'll give the kills 6 kilowatts out of 20.
That's what I call brain freeze.
If there's one thing I like with my slasher villains, it's when they have a specific character trait that makes them instantly recognizable. Hockey mask, burned face, William Shatner. So in comparison, the Ice Cream Man appears to be a very simple, forgettable design. But here's the thing. Clint Howard is so fucking scary to look at that he beats any other slasher villains I've ever seen. Just look at him.
Oh my god!
Without this performance, this movie would be unwatchable for me. He's legitimately creepy. Do not let this guy near children, please, for the love of God. I love him. 15 kilowatts out of 20. As for the story and the screenplay, well, once again, some hard drugs may have been involved to write such nonsense. I mean, this was just a really badly written movie. The kids, that should be the heart of the film, are as bland as can be. The side characters are thrown in there at random, and they just do nothing. What is this, a David Gordon Green movie?
Chocolatey homemade brownie, I made that myself.
There's no linear structure, there's no payoff to anything. Things just happen. And then it ends. Yeah, this was a complete mess. And I give the screenplay and story 4 kilowatts out of 20. In terms of looks and aesthetics, well, this was a very low-budget film, so it looks kinda cheap. It seems like they couldn't afford much except an ice cream truck and some interior shots of houses. This film also has the weirdest, most awkward shots, like this guy eating an eyeball. Yeah, that's good ice cream. Or these extreme close-ups of people's mouths. What's up with that? There's also a terrible lack of establishing shots. They'll just transition from one scene to another and you have no idea where they are. But I'll give him this. The ice cream looked very tasty and the bugs and eyeballs looked very nasty. And you know what? They did the best with what they had. I'm feeling a score of 9 kilowatts out of 20 on this one. Overall, this was more confusing than anything else. Like, what's with that mental institution? What's with the gangsters at the beginning? Why did they put a pillow in this kid's shirt? Why is this lady screaming? I thought I was going to watch a basic slasher film, and I ended up with borderline experimental art. At times I was bored, at times I felt like I had taken too many magic mushrooms. Seriously, what the fuck? And at times, I'll admit, I had a little bit of fun. Just a little, and all of these strange feelings combined lead me to give the entertainment value 9 kilowatts out of 20. In the end, Ice Cream Man received an eyeball-filled ice cream score of 43 kilowatts out of 100.
Ice cream so good.
Ice cream so good. You know, it wasn't great, but at least I got my ice cream. I can now say goodbye to summer for good and say hello to spooky season. Now, if you'll excuse me, I have to take care of my sick wife. She's very ill and acting a little strange. But until next time, keep watching horror movies. It's good for your health. Bye-bye.